Hi, this is Mark Wade from CenterCityCondos.com, and in this short podcast, I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorite buildings in beautiful downtown Philadelphia. That would be 1830 Rittenhouse Square. Okay, now here's the scoop. So 1830 is the pre-war cachet, old Philadelphia. It's the epitome of everything that's old in Philadelphia. It's an interesting building, and a lot of people know it by name. It's simply called 1830. Beaux-Arts style. It's the very first building on Rittenhouse Square, built, I believe, in 1925. It sits on the south side of the square. In fact, it sits on the southeast corner of 18th and South Rittenhouse. What can I tell you about this building? It's a destination building. People ask for it by name. It's the number of units, it's hard to get units in that building that are identical. So, if you want to do comps, you're looking at 60C and then you see 8C. I guarantee you they're not the same. This building was built as an apartment building. And over the years, it's, this unit combined with that unit, and then it's separated from the other one, and then there's somebody put in a bi-level, and then the cow jumped over the moon. It's got all kinds of different layouts in this building. And what's interesting is every now and then we'll find a full floor available for sale, and that is very rare, especially in downtown Philadelphia. But to get on Rittenhouse Square, pre-war, entire floor, it just doesn't exist often at all. Anyway, 1830, Beaux-Arts style. If you don't live here, you're not getting in that building. I guarantee it. It's like Fort Knox trying to get in that building, and they know me, and it's, sometimes I feel like I have to scan a fingerprint to get in, but it's a lovely building, and the door men couldn't be any nicer. It's the last, get this, it's the last manned elevator building in a residential condominium in Center City. So you don't operate that elevator yourself. The elevator man will take you up and down where you need to go. It's great. A pre-war, I can't say enough about the building. I could lather on and on about the cachet and the old Philadelphia and the pre-warness and all that kind of stuff. A lot of units have, faces the square, of course, so a lot of units have square views. We're also going to find that probably the average size unit in the building tends to be fairly large. The number of one bedrooms in the building are very minimal. I believe there are about 40 some units. Hold on one second. 40 some units in the building, 41 units in the building. I've sold 6 of those units in my career. And each one you find is different than the next. They're also very interesting. Anyway, strong building. It's got the management there is David Feynman, he runs the best buildings in town. When I bump into people on the street that I've sold in the building to, and I talk to them 3 or 4 years later, and I see them at the restaurant, and then we're getting a drink before the show, and they all love it there. There's nobody moves into 1830 and says, "Oh, I don't like it." So anyway, again, I could lather on and on. It's a neat building. The pet policy is exceedingly liberal. Of course, 24-hour doorman goes without saying. I think values are certainly contingent upon the view, and also, and maybe even more importantly, interior condition. Because any building that is more than 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, we're going to find varying degrees of finish. We're going to find some that are original 1962. There was a one floor unit in there that sold a number of years ago. It was like right from Las Vegas, 1972, and it was pretty fabulous. But anyway, so varying conditions mean varying dollar per square foot. This building is probably the most difficult building in Center City, in my opinion, to comp, because there's just too many factors that are going to affect value: interior condition, floor height, and probably most importantly is what view you have. Do you face the square or do you not? Do you have a side view of the square or do you not? Do you face 1820 next door? So anyway, a lot of things are going to affect value in that building. I like the building. If you like pre-war, you're going to like 1830. So there you go. Questions, comments, or concerns, you pick up the telephone, you push the buttons on the front of it, 215-521-1523. That's me, Mark Wade. CenterCityCondos.com, Berkshire Hathaway, Fox & Roach Realtors. Thank you very much.